the
Right.
video. Yeah, there we are. We are no longer on mute.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Yay.
We are back.
I've got a cold one to crack open.
A cold what?
A cold strawberry rhubarb seltzer.
Is it alcoholic?
It is alcoholic.
All right.
All right.
I'm following the rules.
I am
Brooks
sad.
should be hopping in
there you
at
go.
some point. I hope.
thank you. Oh yeah, you got more there. Yeah, it's like I said. She gave a thumbs up when I said we're shooting for 9:30. So hopefully she's jumping on. 'Cause she also joined in the team building exercise yesterday.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, she just said in the WhatsApp, give me a few seconds. Okay,
Separately
we're good.
from your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She remotely joined. Yeah.
She joined as well as she could from Rochester.
Yeah.
We last night went to see Longlegs as a group. We all have opinions to share.
Yep.
I am gonna say like the rain. I don't know what Sarah's opinion is. I know we talked a little bit after the movie last night, the two of us. I think our opinions are pretty much gonna like reflect the internet's opinions at this point.
I'm more middle ground on this, I think.
Yeah.
Because I can definitely see what they were trying to do and what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I will give them points for effort and trying to do something new and different. It did not hit.
We have Brooks. Hello.
What up?
Hello.
We were just introing everybody. We're telling them we went to we all went to see Long. I almost said it again.
Longlegs. Yeah.
We went to see Longlegs.
That adds a layer to it I don't like.
Yeah, no thank you.
The movie had some of layers of its own that I didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, like, would it have been any more or less unsettling if it was Longlegs?
It's always peeking out through the bottom of his pants. Whatever you're saying.
Oh God.
They're hoochie daddy shorts.
Welcome to the Big Dumb Monsters Network After Dark.
Yeah. This is kind of just our show, dog.
I mean, I was about to say, is it all that much different?
I feel like Longlegs and Donglegs make an equal amount of sense.
Yeah.
Dong
Just
is
putting
the
that out
longest, the penis categories.
Fuck off.
Penis classification.
Well, listen, you get
Yeah, I'm gonna pop out.
prick, pecker, dick, cock, schlong, dong.
Dong,
all right?
yeah.
It's
You've clearly thought about that.
the final boss of
Apparently, in sign language, the signs for F and 9 are the same, but there are separate individual signs for dick, cock, and penis.
Priority.
Depends on how you want to use the word.
Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah,
I will kick off. I will go first. My first reaction was as the credits were rolling, was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like I was expecting so much more of this. I thought it started out really well. I thought the opening was really like awesome. Like, I forget her name, Lee
Harker.
And her partner like going to this house. She's like, "No, he's in there." Like her having this hunch that he's there, and like her partner getting spoilers. Sorry, we're gonna spoil the fuck out of this.
We're just absolute dog shit out for you.
And like her partner getting killed. Like I thought, like that was a really great opening. Like the whole thing with like her being psychic. Like I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then that whole storyline just went away. Like they never really talked about her being psychic again after that.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
My thing is that like they're basically retelling Silence of the Lambs in a really clumsy supernatural way.
That's one of the things I was thinking about the entire time, was that this is very much giving Silence of the Lambs just like 6 inches to the left.
Pretty much, yeah. Like a cock to the left. 6
tucked inches, to the left. In honor of Silence of the Lambs.
Why did you have to bring that up at the start of the stream? No, it's just going to be building from that joke for
because we
however
like
long.
around here.
Yeah. We like to dig out of and to ruin things. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just like, it was cool, and I like the idea that, you know, you've got this FBI story, and, you know, there's a weird serial killer, and it ties into her backstory, and she's got, you know, psychic powers. They have like a connection, whatever. All that is super cool, but they drop the ball with it so much because like none of it feels.
Yeah, it's disjointed, in my opinion, anyway.
I think that in the scene where like Longlegs Nick Cage fucking smashes his face in, one that was also giving Twin Peaks.
That was pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
If from there it had gone absolutely off the fucking rails, like, and I don't even necessarily know in what way, but if things had just kept ramping up at that intensity,
I think it just took
like that's what I wanted.
Yeah, I kept waiting, like, all right, now it's gonna get crazy. Nope. All right, now it's gonna get
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have been chasing the high of Hereditary in theaters since 2019.
I will agree with her on that. Seeing Hereditary in the theater was like a full-on experience. Like,
the
crowd
I didn't see
go into it.
Okay, I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it at home, and I didn't really care for it.
Yeah.
Weak.
But like, I appreciate the slow burn. Like, there are things that I do like about Hereditary, but just in general, the way the movie ended didn't do anything for me, and the build up, like the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. Which is what I have a problem with Longlegs. So I appreciate a slow burn, but like it was burning so slow, and it took so long to get where it was going that it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, we have to get to the conflagration at some point if we're doing a slow burn. And like, I don't know, I just feel like it never, like, the peak was him smashing his face into a table, like,
and then there was still a half an hour of movie.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, maybe I'm selling short like the psychological horror of it all, of like having to murder your mother basically, at the end of the movie. And your partner. Or not your partner, your boss. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like that ending, it didn't feel earned. It didn't feel like it just, like, the thing we were all here to see was Nicolas Cage, and he's been dead for half an hour now. Like, why do I give a shit anymore?
And he was barely in the movie to begin with.
That's the other thing.
Also, is fine, but you have to make when he's on screen mean something. Also, you have to make his makeup look not terrible. That looked so fucking bad.
Didn't bother me because it looked like a bunch of botched plastic surgery, which I felt like that fit.
It bothered the shit out of me.
It looked like he was playing like a kids movie character in a serious movie.
Yeah.
Like, it just, something kind of off about it.
Yeah, he was like a character from Lazy Town.
It's bad.
Let's see. What else can we say here?
I don't know. Well, they have opinions.
I will say, since I was with you guys, I was watching it the second time. I will say that the supernatural element in the first like third is there, but only if you know to look for it, which is kind of the bitch of it. Yeah, like when I was watching it the first time, I was like, oh, like, how does he like know? Like, one, how does he know her? How does he know where she lives? Blah blah blah. But also things like, oh, how does he sound like he's in the house, but then he's outside of the house, but then she leaves and the door's unlocked? Those things, like, oh, because there is a supernatural influence here. It doesn't have to make logical sense. And the first time I watched this, I was like, oh, that's kind of like a plot hole or whatever. Like, or I was thinking that the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, it doesn't have to make logical, like, point A to point B sense, because it doesn't.
Which is fair, but
there was that. I also noticed a shit ton more of the Baphomet goat creature imagery in like little flashes of it way earlier in the movie. Watching it the second time, like, it's in the mirror, it's when she closes the door, it's like it's in the window in the library, stuff like that. So, like, again, it's there, but only if you know to look for it in advance, which kind of defeats the purpose. Like, make it clearer from the beginning that something more is happening here, in my humble opinion.
Art's trying to piece this together. Yeah.
Sorry, Arthur.
The movie makes no sense to me as you describe it.
It's probably going to make the same amount of sense if you watch it.
I mean,
it's like it just
and I will say that like there's something to be said for movies where it's like a little more vibes than like actual explainable, like this is what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like the sense of dread that they kind of had going through like the movie. That was cool, but it just, again, I need a payoff to that.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
Watching it the first time, I was very freaked out the entire experience. I was very on edge. So like they
It's
did
a very
good there.
movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
Brooke, give us your thoughts.
Come on,
Yeah, what do you got, girl?
I felt like it was very predictable. Is that
Like-
just me?
No,
like,
here's the thing. I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah, the thing with her mom, like you clearly know something is up with her mom the whole movie
Yeah.
because their
Yeah,
relationship
because
is
she's
not
fucking
normal.
weird.
Yeah, it's two people talking at each other for like the whole movie until until it's revealed, oh, she's actually working with the killer.
Right.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It didn't like surprise me.
It's not a surprise. Like, even if you're not going like, oh, I know that she's doing it. Once you find out for sure that she's doing it, you're still not like, oh my God. Because
Mhm.
it's like, who else could it possibly fucking be?
Yeah. And like, sorry, I didn't mean to, I know Brooks, you were saying stuff. I didn't want to jump away from it.
No, it's fine. I mean that's one of those things too where like it's almost always
Give him a second. It's thundery out there.
Hi, Donner.
Yeah,
it's almost always somebody that the main character knows. And you know, and she's like the weirdest person in the movie, the mom. So like that was kind of a given. Well, aside from Nicolas Cage. But then also like I never remember anybody's names, but her boss talks about his daughter having her birthday, and then like it's so obvious how it's gonna end.
Oh, also, I would like to point out we saw this on the 14th.
Oh yeah.
Sure
Which
did.
the whole thing with the killer is he kills the family with the daughter. The birthday's on the 14th.
Well, just some of them were the 14th.
No, it was all of them. I thought
All
it
of
wasn't
them.
it? Yeah.
All of them
All
had
of them.
birthdays on the 14th. Only one of them was killed on the 14th.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like for all the hype about Nicolas Cage, like I don't know, I can't tell you how many like Instagram posts, threads, Facebook posts. He deserves an Oscar for this movie. He's in the fucking thing for maybe 5 minutes.
No, he doesn't. He deserved an Oscar for Pig and will die on that hill.
Yes. Yeah.
Hell
was
yes.
amazing.
He
Take
deserves
it.
an Oscar for clearly having a good time.
And here's the
For
thing.
doing a Michael
Whenever
Jackson
I
impression
see
for 5 minutes.
a
of the movie.
homeboy like having a good time, I'm never mad about it.
But yeah, I don't know. It just
The character just was not convincing though.
They
again,
needed to
even
go
the first thing
further.
I thought was good where he's talking to the girl.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that
you
was
find out
fucking
later on-
freaky.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I've got my long legs on today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
like
you never see him
that's
kill anybody. You never like.
yeah, like that is shocking. That's uncomfortable. That's weird. But then it never gets worse than that, and you never get any dynamics. It's just that. So the second
Yeah,
that you get
I wanted to see him being
Just
like a fucking murderer.
Yeah, like Hannibal Lecter it up a little bit. Like if we're gonna like homage like these Thomas Harris novels, like Silence of the Lambs and whatever, like bring us back to Manhunter. Like,
Yeah.
you know how like the tension of that movie where they're trying to track down this killer and like they don't know who it is, they don't know where he's gonna strike next, and like they were trying to go for that with this, but it was just like, oh, we killed another family. Oh, we really got to find.
Yeah.
Oh, he killed another family.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
But-
It's just.
But he's technically not a murderer. He's a doll maker and a Satanist. But it's not like he kills them with his bare hands.
And also, I
like
gotta
a Hannibal
say,
Lecter.
it's
Yeah.
2024. Hail Satan is not fucking scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another
that
one
was-
of my hot takes. Like, The
That was
only
bothering
people who would actually be scared by that are the people who genuinely go see the shitty, like, right-wing Christian movies that were advertised to us before our screening for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah. There was a lot of
And, like, for what?
Well, this was set in the 90s, though, right? I think it was kind of
Yeah,
The time
was like-
satanic panic thing.
yeah.
But it wasn't. That was like the 80s was the peak of that.
That was
That
more
was-
the 80s. But again, it also just like if you're going to go back and like focus on like some like this moral panic that was actually really happening, like pick something that's legitimately fucking scary like today as well.
Well, I think people
And maybe my
will-
brain has just been fucking rotted by like horror movies and metal music. But
same.
Yeah.
Like very, very same. But I think people are starting to set movies in the 80s and 90s to get away from cell phones now.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah,
So, like,
that would
because the
explain
cell
why
phone
this
is the
was set in the
solution to every
90s.
fucking problem now.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
reason for this to be set in the 90s other than it's an homage to Silence of the Lambs and
Yeah.
and to get around cell phones. Yeah.
Brooks, I don't know if you noticed this. I thought a lot of the set design was also giving like NBC Hannibal.
I could see that.
I still can't get past like the first 2 episodes. Like,
Really?
I've
Oh my
tried
God,
like
I love that
twice.
show.
And like,
I would suspect that would be right up your alley. Like,
I imagine it would, but like, there's something about that pilot episode that just does not grab me.
Also, what was I doing watching that as it aired in high school?
Living your best
It's
life.
like watching TV, dog. Like, what's up?
Oh, girl, are you frozen?
Oh, did we lose you?
Either that
I
or
think
she's
we
having a
lost
seizure.
Brooks.
Oh yeah. Her expression is perfect.
Oh, bye.
Ah, dang it.
Come back, bestie.
I don't know. Like, I love the bones of this movie. Like,
Yeah, like
The-
it had
There's
everything.
something
I
there.
the idea they've got, the vibe was cool. It just doesn't go anywhere fast enough for you to stay giving a shit about any of it.
Yeah. And it really doesn't do anything new either, like cinematically. Like
Oh, fuck no.
again, it's just kind of like fucking Kirkland version of Silence of the Lambs.
I will tell you that I did appreciate the flashback scenes looking like 8mm film.
Yes, yeah, the different aspect ratio.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
was nice.
that was clever. That's clever. Like, give me more of that shit in movies too. Like,
That was just me. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I was legitimately like enraged as we were leaving that movie. I'm like, I fucking hated that. Like the more I think of it, I didn't hate it. It just wasn't my jam. Like it just, I was expecting a different movie that I did not get, and I think I wanted the movie I was expecting like way more.
Yeah, honestly, I might knock my rating down to a 3.5 because I liked a lot of things that were happening.
yeah, you seemed like you were digging the shit out of it.
Here's the thing, though. As I'm talking through it, I am like noticing like some more things where I'm like, oh yeah, man, like I really wish that did go further. But there is a lot of shit about it that I really liked. Like again, like from
I think we're in this like
just from a
same thing with
stylistic standpoint, it looks fucking awesome.
Stop the recording.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, we were getting a production note.
Yes, stop the recording and
Got
save it.
Already doing it. You can move on.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that I really do like. Like premise wise, it looks fucking great. It didn't go far enough. I also really liked one of the things about the supernatural element that I did kind of like. There was like when the mom shoots the doll of Lee and like the black smoke, like just the vaguest suggestion of like black smoke from behind her head and from like the blasted skull of this doll thing. Oh yay. Did you have anything to say about it looking like NBC Hannibal before I finish my current point?
Looking like NBC Hannibal. No.
Fair enough.
No, carry on.
But that was kind of like, who here has seen The Return besides myself and Brooksy? Twin Peaks: The Return.
Twin Peaks.
Oh, no.
No.
I've only seen
That-
the original Twin Peaks.
That was really giving The Return, in my humble opinion.
Oh, I
It
mean,
could be an homage to that too. That's time period appropriate,
Mm-hmm.
weird appropriate for sure.
There were a couple moments of this that felt pretty, or like adjacent to like Lynchian, that made me enjoy it, because I am a fucking David Lynch girly through and through.
I believe the word is simp.
Shut the fuck up.
You're just mad because I got you pegged.
Correct. But fuck you.
There it is.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. I want to give it credit for ambition. But everything that I would give it for ambition, I have to take away for execution.
Yeah.
So, like, if I've got to score it, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't want to be brutal to it, because I didn't hate the movie. Like, I left thinking it could have been way better, but I sort of enjoyed the ride. So I'm gonna go like a 4.
I think I might be right around where Bridget was. I think like a 3.5, because it does have good bones. Again, the execution just falls short.
that's
like,
out of 5 though.
Oh no,
Oh,
we're
God,
talking
no.
10s.
10 for me. Yeah.
Jesus, that's a little harsh. I thought it was a good movie. It just
Fuck this movie as the credits were rolling.
no.
Okay,
I was too busy still. AJ and I were too busy laughing about my joke about the fucking not having to take the panties off the Reese's cups.
That's right. The Reese's
Brooks,
candy.
I gotta ask. This is just like a theater experience question. Did you get snacks when you went to go see this?
Yes.
I always get
Because
snacks.
we were
yeah.
bitching about this. I got a little packet of like Reese's peanut butter cups, and when I opened it, they were all individually fucking wrapped.
Oh,
Yeah.
Seems
Same thing happened to me last
unnecessary.
week with Kit Kats.
you have to though.
Yeah. Well, I said, like, you're inviting me to litter in your theater, because I
Yeah.
am not going to keep track of.
No,
all
what
the
did you
people
say? You were like, you've given me a resource management position that I didn't want.
that I did not ask for. Yeah. I'm sorry, buddy.
That's why I always go peanut M&Ms. Like,
Yeah. I had sour Skittles. Same concept though.
Nah,
One
Reese's
bag,
baby.
no wrapping.
yeah.
Reese's
But
Pieces.
yeah,
Oh, Reese's Pieces
Good
is
shit.
respectful. I would rather go peanut butter M&Ms than Reese's Pieces, but I do like a Reese's Pieces.
valid. But yeah. No, I did not hear you saying fuck this movie because we were too busy returning to that stupid joke that I made.
Well, just to put it in perspective, like, we always rate things out of a 10 because we can put more nuance in the rating. So, like, tonight we both gave The Lost
Yeah.
Boys an 8.5.
I guess out of 10, this would probably be like a 6 for me.
Okay.
Like
I
it's
don't
definitely into the
argue
realm
with
of
Because, like, the things
enjoyed,
that I don't like are just the things that I don't like.
Yeah, yeah.
but it has flaws
Was it, like,
and it
my
could
own
have been
personal
better.
taste that, like,
Yeah.
really keep me from, like, agreeing with this movie. Like, another thing I was thinking about, as far as like Nicolas Cage like killing himself well before the end of the movie, how much more effective would that have been if at the end of the movie, like, her mom's dead, her boss is dead, she literally, like, the guy says to her at the end, like, now we have nothing after he's dead. Like,
Yeah.
how
Mhm.
much more effective would that have been?
Yeah.
If, like, the only thing she has, like, for everything she's lost, she's got the killer, and then
Yeah.
he just kills himself. I
Yeah.
think that's a way more effective ending than the one we got.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, blew its load.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, I
Concur.
would say it was kind of a fair assessment.
Yeah. All right, Brooks. 1 through 10. Where you at?
See, that's what's funny is like I was initially thinking out of 5, and I was also going to say 3.5.
Hey.
But then if we're doing it on a scale of 10, like you would think it would automatically be 7, right? Because it's just doubling it, but no, that feels too high.
Yeah,
That's way too fucking
way
high.
too high. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I went with 6, because it's like it's definitely over like halfway. It's definitely in the realm of enjoyed.
Yeah, we go our
But-
our rule of thumb is like if it's a 5 or above,
It's
it's
rewatchable.
rewatchable.
Oh yeah, I would show this to somebody and watch it with them. Like my sister is more of a casual enjoyer of horror films than I am, but like she liked Hereditary, Midsummer, blah blah blah. I would show her this. I would watch this with her. I see your face. Stop it.
Nope. No. I'm just not an Ari Aster kind of guy. I don't know what it is.
I was on board until Beau is Afraid. That after that,
I haven't seen Beau is Afraid.
It's not good. It's Ari Aster smelling his own farts. It's what it is. Yeah.
Are
I
there a
made
bunch
her
of
watch
old people in it?
Hereditary and Midsummer in the same night.
Ew.
Oh, that's
I don't-
that's a bit heavy. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I see you tried to commit suicide in the night.
Yeah.
I thought we had fun.
No. The
In a-
experience was fun. Yeah.
Fucked up sort of way.
Yeah. The movie itself, I'm not a fan of, but no, hanging out with everybody was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
talking about our fucked up double feature, but this was fun too.
Yeah. I think it's,
Sorry, that was so mean.
that was
You're fine.
the biggest letdown for me though is like I said, I was expecting a much more like intense like manhunt. type of
Yeah.
movie. Like
Yeah.
we're searching for this killer and like it didn't pay off that way at all.
Yeah. And
I
a lot of
wanted to feel like I was gonna die in a theater again.
a lot of the like shocking things in the movie weren't really that shocking. Like it's kind of old hat. Like
I watched
there was
somebody
nothing.
smash their own face into a table at the end of Black Widow, dog. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed it on cable TV in the 1990s.
Yeah. And it's not even so much like I've seen it before. It's just like you're not giving me anything new. Like there's no new spin on the things I've seen before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I see that they're trying, but it just didn't work. But I was so excited for that movie too because like
I
the
know.
trailers make it look dope.
And the
Like,
hype has
I
been
just
unbelievable.
wanted
Like,
more.
yeah. The hype online has been unbelievable over the past week. Like I said before the movie started, I'm like, everybody is either like, this is the greatest horror movie ever, or this fucking sucks.
Yeah, which immediately let me know that I probably wasn't gonna love it.
Yeah,
Because, like,
same here.
holy
My sort of
shit.
hot take
Fuck out there.
there is that I think to a more casual horror viewer, this would be
it's probably super
Closer.
fucking intense. Yeah.
I would say it's a little closer to a lot. Same thing that happened with Skinamarink. That was an experience. I think the best way to experience
Chris,
to have watched
Just think of Skinamarink.
Piece of shit.
That's exactly why I brought it up. It's one of those.
that's
movies-
entirely about. I think the best way to have experienced that movie, which is not what we did, we saw it in the theater, but I cannot imagine what I would have felt watching that movie, headphones in, on my laptop, alone in my apartment at like 2 a.m. I would have died.
I was so relieved that I did not see that in a theater and spend money to
Yeah.
see that movie.
I still haven't seen it.
I think I made it 15 minutes. And I'm like,
I thought it was cool.
it's an ASMR video for 90 minutes is what it is. Like,
Oof.
yeah.
Woof.
I thought it was cool, man. I don't know. But again, I can be a pretentious asshole when it comes to movies, and I know that about myself.
No, same here. I will say that. But like, you're working. We're of the age where like I the first time I saw A Nightmare on Elm Street was in the second grade. Like,
Yeah.
You gotta come at me pretty hard with something to like affect me.
That's
Yeah,
my thing. I think a lot of the people who are on the internet saying this is like the scariest thing they've ever seen, it probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like we are veterans
Yeah.
of the
Mhm.
horror market. Which not to like sound like pretentious about it, but like we've been watching horror movies for 30 plus years. Like which sounds fucking gross.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So like, there's all the
Yeah,
classics. We've seen them. Like, there's the new stuff that's coming out. We watch it. Like,
I do feel like a baby when I say this because I didn't have quite the same like lack of supervision in my childhood that y'all had, where you were watching shit like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Supervision? You mean we had none? We had no supervision.
Yeah,
I literally
didn't
just
quite have that, but
like
like
let me wander Atlantic City at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, unsupervised, wandering the boardwalk when I was like
okay,
maybe 12.
We don't have time to unpack all of that.
Yeah.
But as a person who had a vaguely late start with like horror, but then really hit the ground running, like, yeah, you gotta pump the gas a little bit.
Yeah. Then, and if you want to make a splash in horror now, you either have to do something extreme or extremely different.
Yeah, you just have to do something new. I don't think it needs to be extreme. It's just find a way to do something new.
Yeah.
And like this just did not do that. This was just like this was like a TikTok movie to me. Like it's just here's a clip.
Yeah.
Share. Like I don't know. It wasn't much. It didn't really cohere into a bigger story for me that I really enjoyed.
I thought they had a good base for this like Longlegs character. It's like he's pretty fucking freaky. I just wish they had gone further.
You know what the base of that character was? Buffalo Bill.
Yeah. And I think that this is a thing that a lot of horror movies use. Some do it well, some don't. Socially inappropriate responses in any given situation are a great way, can be, when used well, a great way to immediately make people feel like something is fucking wrong. Because humans, we are very pattern seeking, like, you know, kind of like tribally aware creatures. So as soon as somebody does something that like goes against the pattern of like, oh, this is how this interaction goes, you're immediately like, don't know how I feel about that. The problem is sometimes it can read as funny.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the thing I laughed at? Who's Mr. Downtown? Why don't you ask your mom? Here's me, the only person in the theater laughing.
But like when he's just like in his car and he starts like screaming or whatever, like, yeah, that really threw me off the first time I watched it because I was like, oh, and I like,
all right,
that's
like
kind of
full cage.
Yeah,
like it's gonna be awesome, but like that was it. That was the full cage. That's what we got.
It's just like the 2 times that he screamed while he was singing. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that had been like
Lou Reed, by the way,
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, over the mirror.
I legit dozed off a couple.
I thought I recognized that, but yeah, like if that had been like the base level weird, like the, you know, again, like the screaming and stuff, and it had just gotten more and more uncomfortable from there. Holy shit.
Yeah, you're kind of introduced at base level, and then it stays there.
Yeah.
Like
they needed to take it somewhere.
Yep. And I think they tried, like with the hardware store scene.
Oh yeah.
Which again, first time I saw that, I was so fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it needed to go somewhere after that.
Well, that particular scene didn't really need to go anywhere, but like that needs to be a step on the ladder. Yeah, like show me something sort of weird, and then show me that scene, and then show me something weird after that. Like, yeah, I guess my like biggest gripe is that it's so flat the whole way through.
Yeah, you start at like a 3, and then you only ever really get to maybe like a 5 or a 6.
Yeah.
In terms of just like intensity, like, you know, scare factor or whatever you want to fucking call it.
I don't even think it's as low as a 3. I think it's intense. It's just that because we start so high, it doesn't have anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe you start at like a 4 or 5, and it only ever reaches like a 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like I'm trying to think of like some of the more weird stuff doesn't even involve Nick Cage. Like it's the mother character. Like the late scenes with the mother
Yeah.
are where you really start to get uncomfortable.
Like the very end scene where like, you know, it's the boss and his wife talking and like again something's clearly off.
Yeah.
And the wife like laughing and also crying at the same time, like that was kind of
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and then her mom is sitting in the corner like just like waiting for shit to go down.
Yeah.
Although, you know, I got to say like the like devil, the shrouded figure that you could see the eyes through.
Yeah, that was cool.
Fucking loved it.
Yeah.
That was baller.
I love it.
That was awesome.
Yeah, give me more of that stuff. Like,
yeah.
No, that shit was great. Like just from like an imagery, I guess, standpoint. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
That's the kind of shit that appeals to me as a super fan of The Exorcist, where like you get that glimpse of that thing that you know shouldn't be there, and it makes you uncomfortable, and then it's not there.
Oh, I think this came up when we were talking on our stream the other day about fucking Mac and me. Ugh. But I was raised Catholic, which I'm sure you can tell from the everything about me. But the experience of watching The Exorcist was like actually watching The Exorcist. The movie did not scare me nearly as much as the idea of actually finally sitting down to watch The Exorcist.
I believe that.
I believe that. Yeah. It's a movie you're just like, yeah, I remember I had the same experience as like
you're programmed to think that that's the scariest movie ever made.
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw Night of the Living Dead, I was probably like 9 or 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I remember like we were at my friend's house, but we lost Bridget for a second.
What was that?
You're back though.
Odd. Okay.
And I remember like we had the VCR box and like it says like one of the scariest movies ever made.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, dude, are we sure we want to watch this? It's one of the scariest movies ever.
Yeah.
made.
That's how I felt when I finally watched that fucking movie. I was like, oh my God, like this is
but
gonna be, like I'm gonna fucking die.
In fairness, when The Exorcist came out, it fucking was.
Oh. Yeah, I can see why people lost their goddamn minds.
Yeah. No, like if we had the time machine, we're going back to the 70s to see the Ramones and CBGBs.
We've talked about this.
Yeah, we're watching.
Summer of 1977's first stop.
Yeah, and then we're going to see The Exorcist in the theater on its initial run. Like,
nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
All right. We've been talking 40 minutes ish.
Have we?
Yeah. I just wish it went further.
I do have to complain.
Hit me with it. I love complaints.
It's not about the movie itself, but
I just love your complaints in general.
Yeah, do tell.
I went to this later time specifically for the D-box seat because I thought like that's going to make it so much better, right? Because it like vibrates.
Oh, it's like a 4D like.
Your theaters have that? Holy shit!
So it's like there's only certain movies have it, but yeah, it like vibrates during certain parts. So like if there's a jump scare, it's supposed to like jolt you. They didn't work.
No, that sucks.
Mad. They gave us like little rain check tickets to use at a later time. Yeah. But I was so mad because I was so excited. I was like, yes, it'll be so scary getting like physically moved too. No.
Oh, but here's the thing I was going to suggest for the next potential network movie night. I want to see, I don't know if they showed this trailer for you, Brooks. I want to see that fucking Cuckoo.
What was it?
Oh, it's fucking Wes Anderson on fucking peyote movie.
The one with Dan Stevens and Hunter Schafer. That looks fucking freaky.
I will say I'll pretty much see anything with Dan Stevens at this point. He's been awesome.
I fucking love Dan Stevens, man.
Yeah.
I love how he's become kind of like a horror guy.
Yeah.
Or just like a weird shit guy. Like, big fan. Also, he's cute.
I mean, like that movie looks entertaining. Just looks quirky.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to see that M. Night Shyamalan movie. I know it's going to be disappointing and terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't look.
I like the concept.
Here's my hot take. I love the concept, and here's my hot take about M. Night Shyamalan. I think that man really wrote himself into a fucking corner because if you build a reputation on like your movies always having, oh my god, the most genius plot twist that you never could see coming, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot eventually.
Well, yeah, because like he made one good movie with one good twist.
And everyone was like, "Oh my god, that's his thing," and it's like, "Oh shit! Now I have to keep this up."
Yeah, they could have just wrote like mediocre movies with decent endings, but he's got a ham-fist a twist in every single one of them. Like I was mad. I saw The Village in the theater.
Oh, I was out by that point.
Dude, I was calling that shit halfway through the movie.
But Signs was actually decent. Like,
I didn't see it.
Oh, dude, there's a meme about that movie. Like, it's just that there's one scene in that movie where they're watching like it's this video. It's supposed to be like of a party, like a kid's birthday party in Brazil when the aliens first land.
Yeah,
and it's like a home shot like thing of like this party, and you see the kids like running and screaming, and there's just this one shot of like one of the aliens like coming into frame for a second, and it is terrifying.
Yeah,
and the meme is like what's one shot of a horror movie?
Is that Nyx?
What's that?
I can hear a cat meowing.
Oh. Like one shot of a horror movie that wasn't scary, but still like fucked you up more than any other horror movie ever, and it's that one.
Yeah.
That's on my list.
Was that Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin.
Yeah.
Joaquin.
All right.
I have a fun concluding question for everybody. What's the scariest movie we've all ever seen?
Oh, Jesus. Depends on what you mean by scary.
Yeah.
What made you feel like you were going to fucking die in the theater?
That's a really good question.
Or just upon first viewing?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't this one.
Yeah, no, definitely was not this one.
I literally laughed out loud. Like literally every time Nicolas Cage was on screen, I laughed.
Yeah, no, last
it happens.
Me thinking, I can't wait to go home and watch House of the Dragon.
It kept making me think of his character in Kick-Ass, the way he talked.
Oh yeah, Big Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of already spoiled my own answer, but yeah, Hereditary. I've been chasing that high ever since.
I will say the first time I watched Night of the Living Dead was probably the most scared I've ever been watching a movie.
I don't know, man.
Right.
Like,
what about you two?
It's really hard for me to quantify. Like,
yeah,
because I don't really get
just what sticks out in your mind, like at all.
Yeah.
The first time I watched Dawn of the Dead, I was pretty terrified too.
Yeah.
The first time I watched The Shining, I was like 13. I was pretty fucking freaked out. As a sheltered kid, TM.
Yeah, I feel like the ones that stick out to me do so because I watched them when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
Alien, that's a pretty good answer. That has one of the most well-earned jump scares in the entirety of cinema, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, while I'm thinking about this, give me your rundown on the Alien quadrilogy.
And
ranking.
Alien's the best.
Ranking system.
I have only seen Alien.
Oh, so you haven't seen the best movie of the series yet?
Oh, she has.
No, she hasn't.
I don't.
She hasn't seen Aliens.
Nope, I'm not getting involved in this. I'm going to watch this on my own time and for my own opinion. I don't need these outside influences.
Yeah, no, just let me know why Aliens is the better movie when you're done.
Brooks, Alien is better than
Not
Alien,
right now.
right?
I'm Switzerland.
How dare you?
But you, what is the most scared you've ever been watching a movie?
It's not a hard thing.
They're very different movies.
Nope. Better movie.
I haven't seen it since it came out, so I don't know how much it holds up, but when the remake of House on Haunted Hill came out, I believe I was 14, and that scared the shit out of me.
All right.
It's like the jerky movements on the cameras just really got me.
Watching Blair Witch for the first time was pretty intense.
It is. Especially, like, if you go into it not thinking about the hype.
I would have paid money to be there at the time. To be, like, 20 when that hype was happening. Oh, my.
It was intense. It was
Are you fucking kidding me?
Intense.
Yeah.
I still have my ticket stub.
I still
I
think
am
Nightmare
eternally jealous.
that could be the most. Who dies in that movie? That I mean, again, I was in second grade. That was the one that put me over the edge. Like that was the one I would have nightmares about for like weeks afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know
the
that.
movie that makes me the most uncomfortable when I remember it when I'm alone in my apartment is I can't even remember the director's name. It's a Spanish horror film. It's called Terrified.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen? Has anyone here seen When Evil? Yeah. Has anyone here seen When Evil Lurks? It's by the same guy.
It sounds familiar.
I know I've seen the title card. I have.
Yeah.
They're both fucking fantastic. In my personal opinion, When Evil Lurks is the more cohesive movie. But holy shit. Every single time I'm like alone in my apartment and it's like I'm like shutting off all the lights before I go to bed, sometimes my brain goes, hey, remember that thing from Terrified? And I have to like yeet myself into my bed.
Yeah. You know what? I can give you the movie that made me the most uncomfortable. It is not a horror movie per se. It is called The Girl Next Door.
Okay.
And it's a true story. It's about these two girls that get adopted by their aunt. I think it's their aunt. And they wind up basically being locked in the basement and like abused, tortured,
Jesus
sexually
fucking
abused by like
Christ.
her and the like all the neighbor kids and shit. I have never felt so filthy in my life than when that movie was over. Arthur, how fun was that to watch?
Oh yeah, no, I'm still haven't recovered.
Yeah, yeah.
That movie's terrible, but like it's good.
I
but, like,
I felt pretty nasty after I finished watching a documentary about the Buddha Field cult.
The what?
The Buddha Field cult. I'm pretty sure it's called Holy Hell.
I don't know that one.
That was, you know, it starts out as like, oh, it's a commune, we take care of each other, and then it ends with like, you know, the cult leader like sexually abusing all these guys.
Oh, like a cult.
Yeah, like a cult essentially, but I
Yeah.
felt pretty gross after that.
All right. Might be a good place to wrap this up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should do this again though.
We should.
Yeah. What like I'm trying to think of what's the next big like horror movie coming out.
My vote is still for Cuckoo. I think that's going to be cool.
I'm down to see
Cuckoo.
that.
Yeah,
the new
Cuckoo.
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Oh, we definitely need to talk about that.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's not till Christmas though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm 100%
When is the new Frankenstein coming out?
Oh,
for
I don't-
a while, right?
I don't know that that's even being filmed yet.
No,
I know
think
they-
it might
I'm
be.
just
I-
like
I know
I'm
the
so
cast-
like excited for that. Just like even the
It's
concept of it
real
because I know it's going to be
Frankenstein.
like I know
Yeah.
that's finally going to be given its like weirdly horny justice.
Yeah.
I mean, Frankenstein has been given horny justice.
Frankenstein on down.
But like not like an adaptation or like inspired by like the straight up OG.
But like the novel on film. Is what you're
Essentially,
looking
yeah.
for?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if that would be.
I mean, Bride of Frankenstein is pretty fucking true to it.
That is a favorite book of mine, not to be
Yeah,
like an
Frankenstein
annoying
is one of my
literature
favorites.
individual, but
yeah.
yeah, I think we should go see Cuckoo, but that is just me. And also maybe that in the meantime until fucking Nosferatu comes out or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can,
Terrifier is coming out in October.
yeah, we can try to make this a little more regular.
Hell yes.
Metamucil it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really fiber down here.
Yeah, no, this has been our inaugural Big Dumb Monsters movie night
Yeah.
wrap up discussion, I guess.
Not everything needs a title.
Nah.
What did y'all think? That's how I'm going to conclude. What did everybody who views this now, who has been viewing this now, or views it on VOD, what did y'all think? Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let
Yeah.
us know. Get at us.
Do you want more of this? we'll do it regardless.
Yeah, essentially. Whether you want this or not, we're gonna do it again.
The
So
answers are irrelevant. Yeah.
but maybe you could influence our picks a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. All right. I think
we have no sign off for this.
there's nothing.
All right.
Well,
thanks for talking with us.
It's been a hoot.
A hoot and a half.
We'll be you guys aren't doing regrettable reviews tomorrow, right?
No.
All right.
No, we're doing that on the 23rd, I believe, Arthur.
All right.
Yes.
You guys are both on Wednesday. Then we're doing Rhinestone Thursday, right?
Fuck yeah, I have to watch that. Probably
Fucker.
tomorrow.
Come in.
Sorry,
We'll
Nick.
be playing Rhinestone. Howdy.
Oh,
yeah, no, thanks
Brooks,
for,
I came up with something so good for the podcast today, but I can't even put it on the document because I think your initial reaction to my words is going to partially answer the question for me. So just know that that's coming.
Yeah, we're wrapping up here. But yeah, excellent. Yeah, that'll do it. Like again, we have no sign off for this.
Yeah,
It's that
no,
awkward,
just
like
awkward silence.
Bye.
Rock and roll, everybody.